Well, hey guys, welcome back. I'm AndrewEatsAll. Thank you for joining. And today we are doing some more candy. Specifically, we have M&Ms. So I have two of the most recent flavors of M&M. And if you watch one of my recent videos, I did the Cookie Crunch, which was kind of a letdown for me, but not bad. But today we have Caramel Cold Brew. Very excited for this one. And then we also have Campfire S'more. I am so pumped for these two. I had someone ask me if I had tried the Caramel Cold Brew yet, and I didn't. So I was like, you know what, I should probably try it, and I had already found that the Campfire S'mores has been out, so got both. We're going to try them both today and see how they are. So here is our Caramel Cold Brew. We will start with this one. Okay, so there is one of the Caramel Cold Brews. Pretty good size, actually. I wasn't sure that these would be that size, so they look pretty decent. Let's take a bite of one and see how it is. Okay, so Caramel Cold Brew. I was not sure what to expect, but when you first bite into it, there is a decent amount of caramel. And it's kind of thick because when you start is your first bite into that M&M, you're like, wow, this is not a normal M&M, and it gets very, very chewy because of that caramel. The caramel is just okay for me. It's not my favorite thing when biting into an M&M because it does kind of get stuck to your teeth, but it's not bad. But I will say that the cold brew flavor, the actual coffee flavor of these M&Ms is very, very nice. I can still taste the coffee as I'm talking here. So they definitely got a lot of good coffee flavoring in these M&Ms. Just the caramel might be a little too much for me, but very tasty, definitely. So let's get to the s'more, and then we'll kind of go back to both and just kind of, just eat them. So here is our Campfire S'mores. Probably the most excited I've been recently for a candy is this one. I love s'mores flavored things, and hopefully M&Ms will not disappoint. Okay, so they actually have white, brown, and orange colors, kind of to represent a s'more. But let's try one here. Here's one of the white s'mores M&Ms. So it's not bad. It is not quite as intense as the Caramel Cold Brew, but it does also say that there's a chocolate and white candy in this. So I'm going to eat a couple of this one and a couple of the cold brew just to see if I can get more flavor in them because, one M&M is never enough. So let's see here. I'm going to go back to Caramel Cold Brew. I'm going to eat two at a time, see how they are. Here's our two Caramel Cold Brew. The Caramel Cold Brew is interesting. I don't actually feel like I get a lot of the coffee flavor until the end because the caramel is just so intense. There's just a lot, the ratio of caramel to like other flavors is kind of too high. Not bad. It's actually better if you eat more than one somehow. It's a different texture than what you would expect from a normal M&M. The coffee flavor is there, but those two I can say together, it was more just sugar and caramel and chocolate and not enough coffee for me. So kind of disappointed with that one, just a little bit. So let's eat a couple of these s'mores, Campfire S'mores M&Ms. The Campfire S'more is very tasty, but it's kind of tough because it's just little hints of flavor kind of scattered throughout. I do kind of get a little bit of graham cracker, very light hint of marshmallow, and a lot of chocolate, obviously. Very tasty. Just, I don't know, maybe I was expecting too much. It's still tough to get a lot of flavor into something that small. Obviously peanut butter M&Ms, super easy because it's just peanut butter. Also one of the best out there. But I'm going to try to bite this guy in half and just see what it looks like inside. Interesting. So I'm going to try to give you guys a shot at this if you can see it. So there is chocolate and white chocolate all in one, and obviously our candy shell. It's pretty good. I think that combo of white and milk chocolate actually do somehow make a s'more. And obviously I'm sure there's graham cracker flavoring and some marshmallow, but Campfire S'more, I'm gonna only give that an 8. I want to be real honest with this one. It's super tasty. I would eat the whole bag right now, but I'm almost a little let down. I want it to be more intense s'mores flavor, or there to be more to it than just what is there. But still pretty good. I don't want to say that these are bad. It's just not a full 10, not even a 9 for me. So that's kind of how I am with the Campfire S'more. And then the Caramel Cold Brew, also going to bite 1.5, see what it looks like. Yeah, you know, if you can see that at all, it's a lot of caramel. It might be too much caramel for me for an M&M. So Caramel Cold Brew, not bad. A lot of coffee taste is your aftertaste. I want my coffee flavoring right when I start eating the candy. I think the caramel, there's too much of it, and it doesn't taste bad though, right? Like I'm not trying to say that it tastes bad. It just doesn't taste as good as I want it to. And I would say though, this definitely tastes like a caramel cold brew coffee candy. I just wish it was maybe like a crunchy texture, just not as much caramel, because I do like caramel a lot, but in this it's maybe a little too much for me. So I would definitely give it probably a 7 overall, I would think, just because I'm a little unsure how I feel about it. Maybe a 7, maybe an 8, right around there. So, but that was it, guys. That was the Caramel Cold Brew M&Ms and the Campfire S'mores M&Ms. Both should be out still. Definitely try them. If you like s'mores flavors, if you like cold brew caramel flavors, they're worth a shot. I don't think they're bad. They're just not as good as I want them to be. And I feel like that is what I said about my last candy video, where everything just kind of was right under what I thought it should be or could be outside of the Twix. But M&Ms, not a bad job. I always love that they keep coming out with like these new flavors and new ideas. So obviously getting to try them is awesome. So please continue to come out with more flavors. But that was it for today, guys. I appreciate you tuning in as always. Not quite sure what's coming out on Friday. It could be another soda. I kind of want to hold off on doing any Oktoberfest pumpkin related stuff until next week. I'm very ready for that. So not sure what's coming up Friday yet. Maybe just a mixture of fun things. But either way, I appreciate you guys tuning in. It's always fun to do this. And I hope you have an awesome day. And I will see you at the next one.